What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. Well, let's go one day before the Preakness Stakes, and let's go to Friday, May 16th, race 13 on the card. It's Black Eyed Susan Day, and let's talk about the Black Eyed Susan Stakes. Grade 2 events here, going a mile and an eighth, $300,000. The purse, I'll put it up on the screen now. We'll talk about it one by one. We'll give you a winner here at the end, and boy, this is not the greatest field you've ever seen, but we're going to go through them here and we're going to pick you a winner. Let's go with the number one, Liam in the Dust, to kick us off here. Pretty consistent horse here. Only one win out of 7 starts. That came in the debut race, so 6 straight losses. But has hit the board in 4 out of those 6 races, 5 of 7, obviously, overall. Darley Alcibiades kind of just quits, so I draw a line through that. And same way with kind of the race up at Aqueduct 2 races back, the Busher Stakes just kind of quit in that one as well. Got beat last time out by 3/4 length by Paris Lily in an allowance race. I think most times you kind of look at what you see here and you go, she didn't really fit. She's not without any chance in this one. Needs to step up a little bit. Should like going a mile and eighth. We saw her finish third in the Demoiselle, going a mile and eighth as a 2-year-old. So third race off the layoff as well. A little bit of a chance here for Liam in the Dust. The number 2 is Princess Alaya. Princess Alaya coming in off of a 10th place effort just 2 weeks ago in the 8 Bell Stakes, but 2 races back, pulled off a nice 7-1 win in the Valley of the Vapors there at Oaklawn Park, winning by a length and a quarter. So kind of an inconsistent horse. The race 3 back in the fantasy, no good at whatsoever. Finished 6th. The race 4 back, broke the maiden and looked pretty sharp. Dwayne Lucas comes in here with a little bit of a shot, I think, with this one. I kind of look at the 1 and the 2 kind of the same. Their best races give them a little bit of a shot. We just got to find it here in this one. This horse, Princess Alaya, will have to stretch out in distance to a mile and an eighth for the first time. It's been a mile and 16th a couple times, a couple of losses. So we'll see if this stretch out. I think that is the big question mark with the 2, where the 1, Liam in the Dust, we do kind of know the distance will be just fine for her. The number 3 is Margies Intention. This horse is coming in off of a 2nd place effort against Louisiana Breds last time out in the Crescent City Oaks. Got beat by Blue Fire that day, but Margies Intention was the favorite in that spot. 5 races overall, all against Louisiana Breds, 2 wins, 2 seconds. Nothing's going to jump off the page at you here. I prefer the 1 better than the 3, but, we do have Brad Cox training. Obviously, this horse taking over the training from Brendan P. Walsh. Flavian Pratt gets aboard. Last time out, Irad Ortiz Jr. was aboard. So, been 2 good jockeys in a row here. Obviously, good connections, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not in love with this horse, that's for sure. Stretch out to a mile and eighth for the first time. That might be okay for this horse, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting there with the 3. The number 4 is Runnin' and Gunnin'. Runnin' and Gunnin' coming in off of a 3rd place effort last time out in the fantasy. Got beat by Quiet Side and Simply Joking, but got beat by 9.5. And then 8 3/4, obviously, to Simply Joking. It's kind of mixed signals, right? Not a bad race there, but got beat a long ways. Pratt was on her that day. He's not on her here, but Jose Ortiz rides for Asmussen more, so that doesn't really worry me. Before that fantasy where she got 3rd, she won back-to-back races, but they were at smaller tracks. One at Sunland in the Sunland Park Oaks, and then also one at Sam Houston in an allowance race. And both those were very easy, nice victories. Just, stepped up, didn't run all that well last time out. But, I think you look at her and go, well, she's here with a shot. I don't think there's any doubt because, this field just isn't that great. So Running and Gunning here, of course, by Gun Runner, I have an Empire Maker mare, so a mile and an eighth should be fine for this horse as well. So there's a lot to like. It's just going to be a matter of, is she good enough or not in this spot? The number 5 is Kinsey Queen. This is a horse that's coming off an allowance win last time out at Oaklawn Park. Pretty impressive allowance win. Beat a couple of decent horses that day. So I think this is a horse coming in looking pretty good. But, 2 races back in the fantasy, got 5th, beaten 12 3/4. 3 races back, lost an allowance at Oaklawn, got 2nd. 4 races back, got 3rd. 5 races back, a starter allowance, got 2nd. So, there's some flaws on this one's resume before that win last time out. So, again, we went through 5 horses, and you can just kind of see nobody's jumping off the screen, and nobody is going to jump off the screen here, I don't believe. Number 6 is Paris Lily. This is kind of similar to Kinsey Queen, only she's coming off of allowance win at Keeneland, going a mile and a 16th. Beat Liam in the dust. So if you like Liam in the dust, which I do a little bit, you have to like Paris Lily because she was able to beat her there in that spot. Stretching out to a mile and an eighth for the first time, but has a pedigree that probably says the mile and eighth should be okay here. Should be the horse that gets the lead. I think she's going to be the fastest. She took him gate to wire last time out. Tried stakes once down at out at Fairgrounds, I should say. 3 races back to end her 2-year-old season in the Untappable. Did no running whatsoever. Got 7th, beaten 7.5. Tried the turf at Fairgrounds next, second, beaten a length and a half before that allowance went over the slop. So, again, not one that you get real excited about, but has early speed, could get to the front. I mean, there's positives there for sure on the 6 Paris Lily. Number 7 is Reply. I kind of, this is an interesting one, right? On debut at Colonial, got the job done by 2 3/4. And then last time out, stretched out, or I say stretch out in distance, yes, but also moved up in class to the Weber City Mistakes there at Laurel. Got second, being 3/4 of a length as 2-1 choice in that one. Not bad, not a bad race whatsoever. But lightly raced horse here. Kind of moving up the ranks, trying to move up the ranks here and build to this race. Brittany Russell trains, very good trainer. Irad Ortiz jumps aboard. I thought that was kind of an interesting sign there. So Irad getting aboard, pretty good sign that this horse might be ready to run a big one. A little bit of speed, but mostly, what I should say, a little bit of speed in this race. This horse is going to come from out of it, so I think that's good. The pace should set up decently for her. But she's going to have to move up. I mean, she just hasn't been fantastic, in either one of these starts. I mean, solid horse is how I would describe it, but not anything to make you go, okay, yeah, we're ready to go win a grade 2 event here. So we'll kind of have to monitor that and see how that goes for her. And again, I just kind of repeat myself, but it's just nobody really jumps out at you, right? You're not really looking at anybody and saying, okay, yeah, this is one where I can get excited about. And so with that being said, let's keep going on here to the number 8, Amarth. And this is a horse that, last time out 5th, beaten 8 3/4 to Lucara in the Ashland. But before that was only beaten 3/4 of a length by Drexel Hall in the Drexel Hill, I should say, in the Busher there at Aqueduct. And Drexel Hill was second in the Kentucky Oaks. So, that's kind of a good thing as well. Those are back-to-back pretty decent races. But it's been a while. 3 straight losses. Did win an allowance race as a 2-year-old at Churchill. Broke the maiden at Keeneland. So, of course, it had a little bit of steam. Sayaz was aboard last time out. Will stay aboard here, despite the fact that she got beat 8 3/4. So I guess that's kind of a good sign as well. But again, another one that's just like, yeah, I could see it. I definitely could see it. Not a bad horse, but I don't know. Hard to get all the way there with any of these. And then finally, we'll go to the number 9, Moon Cachet. This is a horse that, had won a couple of races in a row, 3 races back, won a claiming race for $40,000 at Laurel, got claimed, moved up, won a stakes. And then last time out, tried that Weber City Mistakes, same one that Reply was in. It was 3rd, beaten 3/4 of a length. So that's kind of where we're at with this one. All right. Field of 9. And like I said, it does kind of feel like an ungraded stakes or a high allowance race. There's a lot of different ways you could go. There's no morning line out. I'm not really sure who the favorite's going to be. I don't know that it really matters that much either. Beating around the bush, kind of delaying to say I'm going to pick the number 6 Paris Lily to win this race. Look, I think. When it comes to Paris Lily, she is coming off a nice win at Keeneland over the slop. I did kind of like Liam in the dust. The more I looked, this horse was able to hold him off. And I don't know. I just kind of feel like, hey, if she can get out to the lead, kind of run that same race as last time out, maybe they won't pass her. So I'm going to go number 6 Paris Lily to win this year's running of the Black Eyed Susan. And like I said, I think I'll just, if we're playing the pick 4s, pick 5s, I think I'll go deep in here. I'll use Liam in the dust. Running and gunning, I think, is when I got to use Paris Lily, Amarth. I think those are kind of horses you're going to have to take a look at here because, like I said, it's very wide open. There's not a lot of star power you can lean on. That is for sure. So give me the number 6 Paris Lily to win this year's running of the Black Eyed Susan. All right, guys, that'll do it for this preview. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerting time? We do videos like this. And most importantly, stay tuned to the channel for more coverage of Preakness weekend.